Hi, I'm Pam Damour, the Decorating Diva, and I'm so honored to be part of the Baby Lock Destiny 2 Love of Sewing Challenge. So my challenge is to make buttonholes, and wow, that was definitely a challenge. And of course, I had to follow Nancy Zeman. Tough act to follow, right? Because she is our hero. She is our idol. But I think I'm up for the challenge, and so I designed this cute little project, and this actually has buttonholes here, and I've learned a lot about making buttonholes on my Destiny 2. I've got two here to show you. This one is made with regular home deck fabric, and this one is made with the Riley Blake quilting fabric. So you can see you can use a lot of different fabrics. I used a button that I made out of just the polymer clay that you bake, and I did a big heart-shaped button. This is just a fabric-covered button, and I use part of the Riley Blake snowflake fabric to make the button, make it look pretty, and then the striped fabric for the piping makes it look more like a little rope. So download your directions so you can sew along with me, because we have the written directions all ready for you on how to make this. I want to show you some of the products that you may want to have on hand that I've used in making this project. One of them is the Continuous Bias Guide. This not only teaches you how to make continuous bias, it has a mathematical formula for calculating, so you just won't ever have too much or too little, so you can make your bias lickety-split. When you make your bias and you're making your piping, you're going to want to use some good piping cords. So we've used the micro welt cord for the piping along the edge of the pillow, and that's our skinny 1/8" cord. It's called micro cord. And then we've used the softer valance cord, and this is the valance cord, what we've used to make this roping right here, where our buttonholes are. So we've used those two cords in this project. We've used the ruler, our 5-in-1 ruler with a rotary cutter to trim the piping so that it's a true 1/2" seam allowance. There's a groove underneath here, so that comes in really handy. This magic pressing mat is great for pressing things nice and flat. Both of our pillows have a zipper, so we've used our zipper tape by the yard. And this is a 3-yard package with 8 slides, so lots of pillows you can make with that. I've used some specialty scissors when I cut my piping to go around the corners. I use these scissors called the snippet scissors. They have a 1/2" notch so that you can only snip up to the 1/2" when you do your snipping. So you have perfect snipping every time. Then to cut my buttonholes, I've used a pair of buttonhole scissors. So you're going to learn how to use some fun little gadgets here. I use the friction pen for marking, because when you iron it, the marks disappear. Love, love, love basting tape. Use that to put my zipper in, and that keeps my zipper from sliding around. I don't need to pin it. And then I've used some specialty feet. I've used a piping foot, an open toe, a double welt, and of course the Wonder Clips from Clover are great when you're having to pin your project together. So those are all the notions that you might want to have just laid out ready to go, so when you start your project you can just work as fast as I do. I'm Pam Damour, and sew along with me.